Let's do this.
Oh, jingle bells, that man smells, Robin laid an egg. The Batmobile broke its wheel, the Joker got a...
5:30, jazzercise. 6:30, dinner with me. I can't cancel that again. 7 o'clock, wrestle with my self-loathing. I'm booked.
There's no singing in the North Pole.
Yes, there is.
No, it's not.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
He looks like a deranged Easter bunny.
I don't believe it.
You're missing the point.
What is the point?
Seeing isn't believing. Believing is seeing.
Nobody's leaving. Nobody's walking out on this fun, old-fashioned family Christmas. No, we're all in this together.
It's Christmas Eve. It's the one night of the year when we all act a little nicer. We smile a little easier. We share a little more. For a couple of hours out of the whole year, we are the people that we always hoped we would be.
God bless us, everyone.
Do you really think you have a chance against us, Mr. Cowboy?
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
What's going on? This is Lucky the Dork Dad, and with me as always is Little Joe.
Ho, ho, ho.
And this is Now Watch This, the podcast where we watch stuff, but we haven't watched stuff in a while.
I know. I did.
Sound effects?
We got that one that we need to watch now. Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure we're gonna be crying on the air, but it probably needs to be watched.
And what movie is that?
That's this new what is it called? A Christmas story?
Christmas Story Christmas.
Yeah.
Came out on my birthday. I didn't even know.
Yeah. I saw it up. And I was like, man, like I hadn't heard anything about it. Like, I mean, of course, I knew it was coming out and everything like that. But as far as like when it dropped, I didn't hear anyone talking about it. I came home, I want to say Friday night, and or was it Friday night? Or I think early Saturday morning, man, we woke up and we put it on. No, hombre, we're all crying fucking 5 minutes in and shit.
Yeah, I mean, it came out, but you're right. It was kind of flew under the radar. I mean, I liked it, though. I mean, according to Rotten Tomatoes, it only has 77%. Whatever that
really?
means. Yeah. 7 out of 10 on IMDb.
Yeah, it's not bad.
But I liked it. I thought it was good. I mean, waiting, like 30 years or longer now? 40 years?
But and it was interesting for the most part. They brought back the original cast.
For the most part.
That was awesome.
The mom was different. I don't know.
Yeah.
Did the mom pass away? I don't know.
I heard that she was retired from acting. But do you know who replaced the mom?
Yeah, I forget her name, but what I know her from is from Airplane.
Yeah.
The stewardess from Airplane. She's come in other stuff, but that's what sticks out to me.
Yeah, me too. And then, she was good, man. She was funny.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked seeing the original cast. You know, even his nemesis, right?
Yeah. That was good to see, man. Like, his two best friends. They fucking seemed like they picked up where they left off. I wonder if they're like on the Comic-Con circuit or something. Like, they seem to kind of, I don't know, like it's a movie and stuff, but they seem to kind of still be, friendly or have that chemistry together.
Yeah, and it was just like the original movie. They were going at it, the two buddies, it was good, man. I had a good time with it.
And it's funny because I guess it is where they would be now, right? Like, it was cool to kind of see them. Obviously, they grown up in this town, but like hanging out at the neighborhood bar together. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Flicks Bar.
Yeah. And then, I mean, of course, the school bully would probably grow up to be the town cop, right?
Yeah. Well, spoilers for everybody, but yeah.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
But everybody's gonna watch that. It's not like we're giving away the story, but
well, I don't want to give away the ending, but dude, that hit me fucking big time.
Yeah.
Kind of almost like his dad one last time making it a great Christmas. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was. Damn. Yep. If you haven't seen A Christmas Story Christmas, go watch it. HBO Max. It's a good watch, especially during the holidays. Watch it right after A Christmas Story.
Yeah. No. Now you watch this one, and then you watch A Christmas Story. Just like you watch Rogue One, and then you watch A New Hope. You watch A Christmas Story, and it leads you right into A Christmas Story.
Okay. Either way, watch them back to back.
Yeah.
But
I loved it, man. I really did.
But what are we getting in today? Actually, is it on our list today? No, it's not on our list today. Christmas Story.
No.
We are doing our, what did we call it? A Christmas Throwdown.
Yes, sir. I think you said Hoedown.
Hoedown, Throwdown, Showdown.
I got a whole different list of movies for that one. Shit.
Damn. Oh, the Hoedown. That's another episode. That's on the Patreon. You got to pay for that episode.
Hey, but one that is on our list today had its I guess kind of new show come out, and in the Disney Plus series, we have the Santa Claus on our list. The Santa Clauses came out this week. Did you get to check that out
on Disney Plus?
Yeah,
I did not know that, but those are on our watch list every year. So, so we're gonna do this first bracket. I just call it the East bracket, just because East Pole bracket, just because whatever. I think I saw Home Alone 2, and I was like, okay, that's New York, right? So I said East. Yeah. So we took our 32 teams. If you listened to the last episode, and Joe broke them down for us, and we have our first bracket, the East Pole bracket, which. You want to break it down? You want to go over the matchups?
Yeah. I just want to say breaking up the movies, because these are all movies that we like, right? Like it was tough.
Yeah, I think this is going to be harder than the Halloween. Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah. So, man, I mean, starting off in this bracket, we got classics that are when you see a Christmas movie list come out, like these are easily in the top 5, top 10.
For sure.
Getting one out of this bracket is going to be hard, but I know we can do it. But we got the Santa Claus going up against Friday After Next.
So the Santa Claus, original Tim Allen, right?
Yes, sir. And like we said, we broke the movies with sequels up together. And then, we got 2 classics coming up next. We got Miracle on 34th Street, and then we have It's a Wonderful Life. A Wonderful Life.
One classic's going to emerge.
Yeah. It's a Wonderful Life is number 1 on a lot of people's lists. I went ahead and put Vaughn versus Vaughn in 4 Christmases and Fred Claus.
All right.
These are 2 more modern movies. Fred Claus was 2007. 4 Christmases was 2008. So you don't see...
Man, back-to-back Christmas movies?
Yeah, he was kind of working for it. He never got to play Santa, so maybe that's what he was going after. And then 1994, Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. going up against 1983's Christmas, Mickey's Christmas Carol.
All right. This should be a good matchup.
Dude, you think about 1994, we got 3 94s in here. You know,
that was one of the best years of movies.
Yeah, we got the Santa Claus, we got Miracle on 34th Street, and Home Alone 2. So if you're in the Christmas spirit that year, you know why.
Yep. What else? Where are we gonna start?
Well, for each bracket, I already took down our numbers on what our watchers have voted. And again, I tried to iterate in our post that remember, we need a number one to come out of these brackets.
Yeah. Those people just gave us like 4 movies.
Yeah. So, but hey, I appreciate all the input. So I got number one overalls, and then I got picks all together. So as we and we can start at the top, Santa Claus and Friday After Next. I'll give you the numbers we got, and then we can talk about each movie as we go into them.
All right. You want to talk about the movies, or you want the numbers?
No. I'll give you the numbers first.
Okay.
All right. So we got Santa Claus and Friday After Next. Santa Claus has 7 overall votes. Santa Claus has 2 number ones overall. And Friday After Next, unfortunately, only has 1 number one overall vote altogether.
An overall?
Yeah.
Over these?
Yeah.
Okay. What are they smoking?
Yeah. Hey,
they slapping their mama.
Nah, I know the guy, but yeah. Hey, but I'll tell you what. We get into Friday After Next a little bit. You ever watch this movie?
So it's been a while since I've seen it. Probably since it first came out.
Really?
And I tried putting it on this weekend. I couldn't get through it. I was like, I don't like this movie at all. I don't know what it is. I don't know. It's like Friday, the original was good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then it started getting a little, I don't know, different. You know what I mean? I like part 2. I like Next Friday. But this one just got a little more, even more a little out there. And it was, I couldn't take it in.
So, okay, we had what? Friday was 94, 95? Somewhere around there. Friday After Next was 2002. It brings Craig back, Ice Cube, with his cousin Day Day. They're back in the hood, and they're working as security guards, right? And
top flight security.
Top flight security. We need security in the world, Craig.
In the world.
I tell you what. This one introduced us into Cat Williams and Terry Crews. I want to say this first time I saw this dude. Dude, I just watched this movie last night. We watch this movie every year.
Really?
Like Friday was one of our favorites growing up. You can guess why.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I was working at the movies when it came out.
Yeah.
Say my age, God.
Yeah. Well, you could have been like 15.
Sure. I was 10.
Yeah. Next Friday came out. I like that one. But this one, I want to say I even like more than Next Friday. Like, we watch it every year on Christmas time.
Now you're smoking something.
A little bit, maybe. We watch this every year around Christmas time, and it's just one of my favorites. It's the you get a little bit more of the, I guess, the R&B Christmas songs. You get Christmas and Hollis Queens playing, and like I said, that's one of my favorites. I like, Craig and Day Day. There's a lot of quotes that I pull from this movie. I just like it. I know it's not gonna beat the Santa Claus, but Friday After Next is easily one of my favorite Christmas movies to watch. So that's why I threw it in. Again,
Yeah, I mean, you got,
it's a favorite.
Good Enough. What does it say? So good, make you want to slap your mama. That's a classic one. I don't know. It just doesn't have the same magic as the original Friday. Even though I like Day Day, Mike Epps.
Yeah.
It just didn't have the same feels when Chris Tucker was in there, but that's a whole nother story.
Yeah. But you get some good Christmas music in there. It's again, cuss words and stuff like that. It's a little bit, it's not, for when the kids are around.
Yeah.
A little bit of situations and stuff like that. But fuck, man, when Terry Crews goes after Cat Williams in the restroom, and Cat Williams grabs him by the balls or whatever with the pliers, that shit's fucking funny. But I don't know, it's good, man. Like I said, I watch it every year. It's one of my favorites. But I mean, it's going against a Christmas classic. We got 1994
Christmas monster.
The Santa Claus, it's one of my favorites.
Tim Allen, and this was probably, Tim Allen was coming up. Had Home Improvement at this time, and he was just the thing. I'm sure he was already voicing Buzz at this time.
No. This was his first feature film. Where he was the lead.
What year was this? 94?
94.
Yeah, and Toy Story came out in 96. I'm saying they had to have been...
Yeah.
Already had him pinned for Buzz at this point.
Oh, yeah. It said when the Santa Claus came out, this dude had the #1 rated TV show, the #1 movie in the country, and the #1 selling book all at the same time.
Cool.
Yeah. So, and this was a dude that he had a little bit of a past, right? You've heard about that.
Yeah, he was. I don't remember what he did. I forget. But he was locked up for a while.
It was, had some dealings with Pablo Escobar. You'll probably see him on Narcos one day. Or something.
All right.
But yeah, man, the Santa Claus, and it comes out. What is he? A toy designer. He works for like a toy company.
Yeah.
He's a divorced dad, a divorced father. So he has visitation.
We have the return of Judge Reinhold in this movie.
Oh yeah.
As the mom's boyfriend, or are they married? I don't know.
Yeah, and he's a psychologist.
Wearing the Cosby sweaters.
Yeah. And then, there's just, again, we've talked about Tim Allen before. Like, there's a lot of people that feel certain ways about him or don't think he's funny. I find him funny, man. Like, from Home Improvement to this, Christmas with the Cranks, he has his own kind of style, I guess, or of being funny. I like a lot of the stuff that he does.
Yeah, it's almost like he throws insults at you, but it's meant to be playful, I guess.
Yeah. And it's always sly and on the side, right? Like, yeah, he's real quick to come up with shit and stuff like that. And then, for the most part, he's kind of he works clean,
Yeah.
It's not a dirty thing. It's something you could take your family to. So, I mean, dude, Santa Claus, I go on and on about it. I mean, it's like it's one of the ones we watch every year. I watch all three, and now with this new show that released on Disney Plus, I thoroughly enjoyed it. So I'm good with it, man.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching that, and I'm looking forward because it's bringing back the head elf that was in the original, Bernard.
Bernard? Okay,
yeah,
okay.
He's coming back.
I haven't seen him yet.
At least that's what I heard.
They're 3 episodes in.
And it has the wife from part 2?
Yeah, the wife's in there. Charlie's in there. I don't want to give too much away, but there's some good stuff in there. It's a series, so I guess we're gonna get to see it play out a little bit. But I want to say they dropped like the first 3 episodes in.
Only thing that threw me off, like his look, is not the movie look.
Oh, dude, the opening scene, not the opening, but the credit scene in the opening is kind of fucking weird. Like, it shows his face and he's eating it looks like a marshmallow, but it's just fucking weird.
All right, I gotta watch that.
Yeah.
So, the Santa Claus, Tim Allen versus Friday After Next.
Yeah, I love Friday After Next. The Santa Claus.
Santa Claus definitely moving on.
So let's go down there, and then we're gonna have to cover these 2 classics, man. Miracle on 34th Street versus It's a Wonderful Life.
That's tough. And I wouldn't say I'm 100% familiar with both of the stories. I know they're on every year. Yeah. It's just one of those where it's always on. I don't know if I've ever like sat down and watched them in entirety. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm the same way. Even Miracle on 34th, it's kind of a deal where the guy goes to court to prove
that he's Santa Claus.
He's Santa Claus, right? And everything. It's this little girl that believes, and he goes about that way. Richard Attenborough that played in the 1994 one, that's the one with Matilda in there. There's a lot of people that have him as far as Christmas Santa Clauses have him ranked as the top Santa Claus out there.
Really?
Yeah, so a lot of credit to that one. And then It's a Wonderful Life. I guarantee, like, again, if you're a Simpsons fan, any kind of one of these sitcoms that kind of do like satirical takes on these things, you've seen the story of It's a Wonderful Life, right?
Yeah, it's everywhere during Christmas. It's like, not only is it playing, it's playing in other movies, it's playing in TV shows. It gets referenced all the time.
And it's
it's everywhere.
James Stewart, and you've seen everyone kind of mimic the way he talks, right? Like,
yeah.
Yeah,
I can't do it, but yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't even try. So you've seen it. You've seen the story of it. It's this character, he kind of wishes, or he's considering suicide. And a guardian angel kind of comes and helps him, and kind of helps him see how he has touched or affected other people, because he's kind of one of these things where he thinks that he wishes he wasn't alive, or he never existed or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, it's sad. It's touching. Like, even I'm thinking about the news that dropped today, right? Like, it's real. It's real. I think we talk about it more today. But you think about this movie was made back in the late 40s, and they're talking about this shit. So,
it must have been harder
man.
back then. You know what I mean?
Right? Yeah. Like this movie's touching, man. Like, I'm gonna say it right now. It's for our watchers. They voted for 4 votes for a Miracle. But we only got 3 votes for It's a Wonderful Life. 2 of those are overall 1 votes that pick it as their favorite movie. And that's I want to say winning this bracket, that was Jerry D and Double A that picked It's a Wonderful Life.
Really?
Yeah. So it's unfortunately going to be you and I.
As much as I like Matilda, like I said, A Wonderful Life, it's just the all-time classic Christmas time movie. So
every time it rings, an angel gets its wings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
For me, Wonderful Life.
Yes, sir. Oh, look.
It's Jingles the Angels.
Angel? No, that's on Hell. He lives down the street.
When you ring it in the hood, Angel gets out of jail.
Oh shit! Have you you started decorating yet?
We pulled out the tree.
Okay.
It's the tree's up, but that's about it. Nothing else. Nothing on it right now. It's because I was going through the garage, pulling some stuff out, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get out the tree. But you know why?
Don't lie. You were pulling fucking comic books out.
Yeah, I was trying to find some stuff to sell.
You found a display that you hadn't seen for a while and took you back.
Because we FaceTime my sister, because it was my little nephew's 6th birthday, and we did a little FaceTime. And we're talking to him, and I'm looking in the background of my sister's house in California, and she already has like decorations. She has the tree up; it's all decked out already. I'm like, what the hell? It's not even.
Yeah.
And this was last week.
Yeah.
I was like, good.
Yeah.
Halloween just finished.
Yeah. I mean, because we have everything in the attic, right?
Yeah.
So we put everything down from the attic and started going through the boxes. And I mean, we weren't going to put out lights yet because it's all wet and rainy outside.
It's cold.
But fuck yeah. Shit better stay like this in Christmas time.
For real.
But we put the blow ups outside. So we did a little bit of that this weekend. And then, dude, like, the wife has been kind of dealing with this cough thing. And then my daughter's been fucking sick like every weekend, bro.
I don't know. I think my daughter has the flu.
Dude,
it's going around, man.
We think too. Like, it's been 3 days, and that's why, indeed, like, we've just been kind of in the house.
Yeah.
Like, when we jump off here, I'm gonna have to make a run to HEB. But I mean, for the most part, bro, like, we've been kind of stuck in the house.
Yeah, that was kind of us this weekend. Like I said, my daughter had been feeling a little down, and I think the weather too, just kind of like wet and muggy, cold. We're just like, let's just stay in.
Yeah.
Which I don't mind.
Oh, fuck yeah, we get to watch it.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. A Wonderful Life.
Yeah. But dude, that's why I'm saying, like, check out these new movies that came out, man. I was a little bit jaded with Halloween, and I was scared to watch these new movies, but
so it's a movie I wanted to watch. I don't know if you have Apple Plus.
No.
There's a movie. Oh, I forget the name of it. It is with Will Ferrell and Ryan Reynolds.
Spirited.
I told my wife, I was like, "Hey, let's watch this new movie. It's got Will Ferrell and Ryan Reynolds. You can't go wrong with those two."
Yeah.
And she was like, "Nah," and because she doesn't like A Christmas Carol.
Oh,
It's like I was like, but it's not exactly Christmas Carol, but I think it's another, it's still a Christmas Carol story. But she was like, I don't know, I just don't like the whole Christmas Carol thing. I'm like, all right, whatever. I was all bummed out because I wanted to watch it. But
so going into this next bracket, your wife would pick Home Alone 2 over Mickey's Christmas Carol.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a good lead-in, Luck.
Is that where we're going next? All right. And Mickey's Christmas Carol is good, man. I think that's probably because when did this come out? It was in the 80s?
83.
I want to say this is the Christmas Carol that I remember as a little kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Scrooge McDuck.
Yeah, Scrooge McDuck. Was that his introduction?
I don't know.
Scrooge McDuck?
I know that this was before we saw him in DuckTales.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So
I'm wondering if this is where we got him as Scrooge, Ebenezer Scrooge McDuck, you know?
Right. Yeah. Like, I mean, he was a good character. Like, I like the way he was played. I think we've seen him before. Like, he was always Donald's uncle. You know what I mean? But dude, like, this, like, Scrooge McDuck is always how I guess you pictured Scrooge to be, right? Ebenezer Scrooge, right?
He's an ass. You know, I don't know why it just popped in my head thinking of the Ducks.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember, because I'm a little older than you. There was these like Disney specials, and there was like a Professor Duck, where he would talk to
yeah.
I don't know why that just popped in my head, but
you're not that much freaking older than me. Calm down.
But you remember those? They need to bring that guy back.
Nah, you're more of an adult than me, but you're not that much older than me.
Okay, I'm an adult. Okay, you see all these toys I got? Come on. I'm the adult. Okay.
But yeah, man. I watched Mickey's Christmas Carol last night. Actually, me and my daughter checked it out, and it was fun to see her. Because of course, like, I'm not gonna watch the original Christmas Carol with her. You know, that's a 1939 movie. I don't know if she'd like it that much, but we watched a Christmas Carol. So we watched that, and of course, you know, like I said, she's sick, so we've kind of just been home watching stuff. We watched Simpsons Christmas episodes after that, and of course, you know, they do a riff on A Christmas Carol, and it was fun to see her recognize and realize that it was the same story. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I also like the giant, right? As one of the ghosts.
Oh, yeah. And then the what is it? The cigar chomping guy that's always Goofy's boss, or the bad guy in the Goofy stories. You know what I mean?
I think he's got a couple names, but Pete, I think.
Yeah, it's always like Petey or something like that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh?
No, I was nothing. I was making fun of you.
Why? What happened?
No, you always go, yeah.
Did you fucking see? Did you get to see that Christmas Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas that I told you about?
No, not yet. Not that one yet.
Okay, but you saw it, right? It's there in Disney Plus.
Yeah, yeah.
In the Plus. yeah. But okay, so from our watchers, look, Home Alone 2 got 5 votes. Mickey's Christmas Carol got 3 though. Now, Home Alone 2 got 3 number 1 overall votes.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Home Alone 2. So
Dos.
Home Alone 2. We got the talk boy out of it. We got Tim Curry.
Don't forget Donald Trump.
Donald Trump.
El Trompe.
El Presidente. And the unbelievable coincidence that the Wet Bandits are in New York also.
But no, they're the Sticky Bandits now.
Oh, the Sticky Bandits.
Yeah.
It's another.
We get the pigeon lady.
The pigeon lady. That was the weird part for me. I don't know what it's like with pigeons. Because isn't I'm trying to think. Mary Poppins has a pigeon scene, and it's like the weird part of the movie.
I don't know. My favorite pigeons were from the fucking
the birds,
the Tiny Toon Adventures.
The Tiny Toon Adventures.
Yeah. You never watched Tiny Toons?
Yes. Come on, man.
All right. Come on.
They're tiny. They're toony. They're all together. We don't need to go there.
But no, I like the pigeons that act like the Goodfellas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Facts. Hashtag facts.
Facts.
No cap though, for real.
Yeah.
Home Alone 2 is walking away with this, but it's classic, man. Like it's New York. It's Christmas time. They show Rockefeller Center. It's Kevin doing his thing again. He fucking.
And it's like, how can it happen again?
The music is so great. In this one, Home Alone's theme song, kind of the whole thing, like that's in everyone's Christmas music that they play, around this time. So it's greatness to me.
Talking about the score in the movie?
Yeah. That's
not the one I was thinking of.
Which one?
I was thinking of the slower one.
Yeah, and that too. I haven't watched part 2 this year yet. We did watch part 1 yesterday, though.
Did you watch any other ones? I know there was like a part 3. I don't think I saw that at all. Because it was a different kid. And then was it last year or the year before they made one? And it had the brother in it.
Yeah.
Remember that?
I have not watched the new one. I watched part 3. I want to say there was a part 4 too. But I watched part 3. That one has Scarlett Johansson in there. And I watched part 3 mainly because as a
because
kid,
ScarJo?
Yeah, because I had a ScarJo crush maybe.
Who didn't?
Anthony, I want to say, is it Anthony LaPaglia is in there? I want to say, I think that's who's in there, or somebody like that. But it's okay. It's nothing great, but it is okay. Part 2, if I had a favorite for Home Alone, it's probably part 1, but part 2 is right up there. Like it was it was a sequel that didn't. I mean, it didn't like.
It's just as good, I think.
Go back, right? It's just as good. And part 2 is like one of my favorites personally. I watched that one in a theater with my cousins. It was like the first time they let us go. I guess kind of like by ourselves to the theater, and I had to watch my younger cousins. So it was good, man. I love that one.
Yeah, Home Alone 2. I agree. And we're kind of breezing through this, but we have the Vince Vaughn.
Now, what's your familiarity with these two?
I watched these two today.
Okay, both of them?
Yeah. And I like them both.
Yeah?
I like them both.
I like Vince Vaughn, man. Like, he's fucking good in almost everything that he does.
And these are both classic Vince Vaughn. You know, he's a talker, right? He just can go on and go on and go on.
Yeah.
Fred Claus.
Let him go in these, right? Like,
yeah.
You can tell this is stuff that's not really, I guess, written for him. Kind of like they give him something and he kind of goes with it, or, you know, I'm sure there's lines there, but, you know, he kind of goes off on his own.
Yeah, and both of these movies have, I want to say, you know how we say like Adam Sandler always has the same people in his movies?
Yeah.
These movies, you see the same people in his movies too. So it's like Jon Favreau, I'm trying to think of that. Elizabeth Banks. There's like certain people that you see in all his movies.
Well, there was for a while he was doing like with all the Will Ferrell group, you know, with Ben Stiller.
Yeah.
He did. I think Vince Vaughn was in Anchorman. As you know, Dodgeball was there.
Yeah, yeah.
And that kind of same group of people. Justin Long comes in a lot of those.
Yeah, yeah.
I like Four Christmases, man. Like Four Christmases. Shit, my bad. Four Christmases we watched yesterday, and it's easily up there, one of my favorites. Now, as far as watcher votes, came out 2-2, and no overall number ones for these two.
Yeah, just well, start with Fred Claus. Right? Did you watch that one?
Yeah, with Paul Giamatti.
Yeah, man, that's Santa.
Yeah, I like Paul Giamatti too, man. Like,
yeah.
I was kind of looking forward to him being in that second Spider-Man, and then when he was kind of in the suit,
the Rhino,
and he was kind of a joke. Like, I was just like, oh man, that fucking sucks.
Yeah. Fred Claus, I like the way it starts out where they have the baby and they're like, oh, that's a big fat baby, and they're like, why doesn't the baby cry? And the baby's saying ho ho ho. I thought that was funny.
And so, what does he play? Like Santa's brother in that one, right?
Yeah, he's Santa's older brother.
Yeah, and he's all fucking pissed off, like fucking.
Yeah, because he's getting all the attention.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. That story is kind of relatable, I guess, to some people. You know, you have a sibling that sort of gets all the attention, and you kind of get thrown to the side, whatever.
Well, fuck, he's Santa Claus. Like, what he do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's pissed off as a brother all these years and whatever. Yeah. I like it, man. It's a good story.
No, fucking, and then so you get Four Christmases on the other side. Has Reese Witherspoon in there, and this is kind of when she was like in her like kind of heyday as well, right?
Yeah, I think coming off of
Legally Blonde.
Yeah, Legally Blonde, Sweet Home Alabama,
Um,
and House Bunny. No, that wasn't her.
No, that's Anna Faris. No,
Anna Faris.
She did a movie, kind of. No. But yeah, man. Like Reese Witherspoon. It's got one of my favorite actors, man, in there is Dwight Yoakam.
As an actor?
Yeah. Like, I mean, I like him as a singer, of course, too, right? But fucking Dwight Yoakam, man, he's done some movies that he's pretty good in, man. Like I like him.
What other country singers in here? Do you know?
Oh, fucking God damn it! I can't think of his name now.
His brother. His brother Dallas.
Oh yeah. I know who it is. Like I can't
Tim
think
McGraw.
of his name though. Tim McGraw.
Tim McGraw. I thought that was funny when he goes to see his dad and his brothers are there, Denver and Dallas. And they're like, we got named after cities we were conceived in. So his name's Orlando.
Orlando. And then he's been dating this girl. Okay, well, let's say the premise of the movie is this is a couple that usually during the holidays they go and travel, right? They go to the Hawaii or something, and they take a vacation, but they tell their family that they're on some kind of fucking
Peace Corps kind of thing.
Yeah, kind of trip, like donating their time or something, you know, saving pygmies in the rainforest and shit.
And then they're at the airport, San Francisco, super foggy. All the flights get canceled. And so the news is there and they're like, oh, well, what are you going to do now? And they're like, oh, crap, we're busted.
Yeah. So they're live on the news and their family gets to see that they're actually in town for Christmas. So they got 4 Christmas stops, and it's 4 Christmases because both of their parents are separated, right? So got to go to the mom and dad's place. I don't know. I wouldn't fit 4 in one day. Like I'd be like,
that's tough.
Hey, when are y'all gonna have to get Christmas Eve? When are y'all gonna have to get Christmas Day or something?
That's a long ass day. To do 4 stops.
So I like the premise. I like the story. You know, they go to the dad, Robert Duvall, of Godfather fame. Like you said, he's got the 2 brothers, John Favreau,
Tim McGraw.
He buys his dad cable, right?
A satellite
and he's
dish.
Like, don't worry about it. They're scheduled to come put it in. And he's like, oh no, I ain't gonna have some sex offender come to my house and go through my underwear drawer. No, sir, thank you. I'll meet you upstairs in 5 minutes, or up top at 5. So they were gonna put the satellite in themselves. You know, they go through all that shit. That shit's funny, man.
Yeah.
I gotta say, out of the 2, man, like I gotta go with 4 Christmases for me.
4 Christmases.
Yeah.
This one's tough for me because I really like Fred Claus, but I'll agree with you. 4 Christmases. Just because the brothers scene alone, where he's trying to tell Reese Witherspoon, they're like semi-pro MMA fighters. It's like, but they just fight people in their backyards for no money.
And she's like, stand up for yourself. But the funny part to me is like, there's a money limit, right? Or amount.
Oh yeah.
On the gift that they're buying.
Yeah, $10 limit.
And he buys the Xbox for him.
Yeah.
And he's fucking telling him, he's like, yeah, don't worry about it. I got you everything everything you need with it. And the fucking son's like, "Why don't you love me, Dad?"
Yeah, because that dad, he opened up his dad's gift and it was a fucking flashlight. Like, you're trying to make us look bad, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I told my wife, let's do that. Let's have a $10 limit.
Oh, fuck that. I'm
Go to the
telling my
Dollar
wife,
Tree and
let's go to fucking Hawaii for Christmas.
yeah, forget gifts. Let's all go on vacation.
Yeah. But nah, man, like, what do y'all do? Like, usually Christmas time, are y'all having it at your house? You visiting relatives? What's going on?
Usually, it's my mom's house Christmas Eve. You know, Mexicans, they do Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
You wait till a certain time. It's getting a lot sooner and sooner every year. But we used to wait till like midnight. And they're like, okay, let's open up presents on Christmas Eve from the family. And then Christmas Day was usually what Santa brought.
Yeah, we on our side we usually go like we go to her cousin's and that's usually the eve before Christmas Eve sometimes.
The eve.
And what's what's cool about going over there is he'll dress up like Santa, right? And you know the kids get happy, you know, especially little ones, of course. And he gives them, you know, bags of candy and stuff like that. Then he goes around to all the adults and gives you like a soda with a little fucking bottle to mix. You know what I mean?
Nice.
So you get a little setup. And then, so that's always fun. And that's where we see all of her mom's side of the family and stuff like that.
You know what I want to do this year? As you see how these videos, these families play these games. You seen the one where there's that like they got like money and stuff wrapped up in like plastic wrap. Yeah, and they try to like unwrap it and unwrap it. Well, they like throw dice or something.
So it's something like you have to pass it along, right? And you get a certain amount of unwraps, and if you get, you know, whatever you unwrap and that unwrap you get to keep.
Yeah. I think the next person has to like roll a double or something. And then like
do y'all do anything when y'all get together, like white Christmases or what is it called? When you give out gifts and then you can kind of like whoever's next, you can kind of pull from the gifts or you can get another one.
I feel dumb. I don't know what the name of that is. But I don't know. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. Right? White Christmas?
Yeah.
That's racist.
I think so. No. It's like, or on The Office, they call it Yankee swap. Yankee swap.
I've never heard that term.
You watch The Office.
I don't remember that.
Watch the first Office Christmas episode, goddammit. You'll see it.
Yankees.
All right, okay. All right, we got off a little bit. It's okay. We're making a good time.
4 Christmases.
Okay. Quattro. All right. Okay, so how do we have the brackets broken up from there? Is it 4 Christmases versus Home Alone 2?
Yeah.
Ooh. I think we both know what's coming out on there.
Yeah. I say Home Alone.
Yeah.
As much as I like Vince Vaughn, Home Alone 2 definitely.
Home Alone 2, man. When they caught him, right? And they're standing behind that lady, and he grabs her ass or something like that, and she turns around, and fucking Daniel Stern is just there like smiling all fucking crazy in her face.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, he is fucking funny, man. Like, I know part 2, they did a lot of the same kind of gags as in part 1. As far as like, the paint buckets and stuff like that. But they did a lot of good stuff in that little apartment as well, I like that they did the paint buckets and the guys kind of like, they were ready for it.
Yeah.
But then he sent that fucking pipe down.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, man! It was good, man. You can watch part 2 and fucking just sit there and laugh your fucking ass off watching it.
All right, my bad.
All right?
Yeah.
Home Alone Dos in Nueva York.
Right, that leads us to...
I mean, this is going to be a fucking decision.
Yeah. The Santa Claus, the original, versus, which is a classic on its own, up against the original classic, It's a Wonderful Life.
Both the Santa Claus and It's a Wonderful Life, 2 number 1 picks overall. So it's left up to you.
To me?
Yeah, you. Like, the Santa Claus is Christmas movie. It's a different take on the Santa story, right? But he becomes, for me, probably my favorite Santa of all time. Like
Tim Allen?
Yeah, Tim Allen. Especially when you get into part 2, part 3, but part 1, the origin story, they kind of joke about it in this new series. It's like, hey, what happened to the Mrs. Claus that was there? Was there a Mrs. Claus? And stuff like that. So it's pretty good that they get into it in this.
About when he took over, what happened to the Mrs. Claus?
Yeah, was there someone there? He goes, when I came back, the elves weren't. It wasn't like the elves were like, "Hey, man, what happened to the original Santa Claus?" Like, what the fuck?
I know, right?
So he talks about that, and it's funny, man. Like, it's funny if you think about it, right? Like, hey, what happened? What happened?
What happened?
Like, he comes back, and everyone's like, "Hey, business as usual. You're the new
Hey, Santa."
Yeah.
When they found out they kicked the old Mrs. Claus out, you're like, you got to get out of here.
Yeah. She's like, but we're in the North Pole. It's like, so bitch, get to walking. But I mean, you think about it. To me, I think it's got to be a Santa Claus. Like, It's a Wonderful Life is a great movie. It's a great movie around Christmas time. But it's not all Christmas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's got one of the greatest scenes, and he's running around telling the whole town Merry Christmas, and stuff like that. I again, that scene touches all kinds of feelings, but there's just too much good in the Santa Claus, man. Like,
I mean, to me, what makes it hard is we got the other Santa Claus movies out there. If the other ones were knocked out already and this one was still in, it'd be like, no question. That makes it harder for me. because I like the other Santa Claus movies too.
Yeah. No, I do too.
Man.
And I mean, they're in some good brackets too.
Okay, Santa Claus.
Oh, you made the Tim Allen voice before you did it too. Oh.
The Santa Claus. So now this one's the Santa Claus versus Home Alone 2.
What do you think?
Oh man.
Home Alone 2 has 3 number 1 overall votes. The Santa Claus only has 2. It would have to be you and I deciding to put the Santa Claus over Home Alone 2.
Oh man.
But it's like you said, there's the other brackets that have Home Alone in there. You know?
So this is the a sequel versus an original, or the first.
Yeah. And I'm going to tell you right now, in the other bracket, the bracket that Home Alone 1 is in, the Santa Claus 2 is in.
I'm going to say drum roll. I need to get a drum roll sound effect. I'm going to say Santa Claus.
Yeah. You know what? He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake.
He knows if you've been cochino.
Yeah. He knows if you picked Home Alone 2 over him. So I hope you picked him.
The Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Again,
I think it comes out of this one.
It started a franchise. I mean, it's Tim Allen. Tim Allen at his best, I think.
Yeah. No, it really was. One of my favorite things is the little montage they do when he's getting ready to go back out again.
And they're like dancing, right?
Yeah. He does
got the
that
suit and it's like
fucking stop. They're walking kind of Armageddon style.
Yeah.
The fucking sleigh and they stop.
Yeah.
And then he goes, ooh, we got a CD dispenser. And he's like, coffee. What is it?
Cocoa.
Cocoa and something. So it's pretty good. Charlie's great in it. The elves we get in the beginning. The scene at the end where she realizes that he is really Santa, because they're going back and forth, and maybe this movie hits a little bit harder because of, I guess you see the divorced dad kind of deal, and I had divorced parents, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You had divorced parents, right? Or separate parents. So I kind of remember, while it wasn't a lot of it, I remember going off with the dad by himself, you know what I mean? And my dad being having those, I guess, moments with him. That was kind of
one thing I really like too, and more probably in the second one, where like he knows what people wanted for Christmas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like she gets her board game, wasn't it like Mystery Date?
Yeah.
And Judge Reinhold gets his little weenie whistle.
My thing is, by the time part 3 comes around, the way they flip, and they're like kids when they get up to fucking the North Pole. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They are fucking funny. I like the little girl that they bring in as the daughter. In part 2. But the whole thing for me, like, I like the way they did the Elves Protection Service or something like that.
The ELVS.
Yeah. Elves with attitude. And they come and save them. That was always good, man. Like, there's a lot about the Santa Claus that I really do like. I love Home Alone 2. Home Alone 2 will always be in the viewings. But it's like you said, it's an original going against a sequel. We're gonna have to go with the original here.
Yeah, and then Santa Claus 2. Santa Claus 2. In the Santa Claus, I don't know if you notice when he's not at the North Pole, you see elves everywhere.
Yeah.
Like in the background, you just see like little kids with pointed ears. You're like, oh.
Yeah.
If you rewatch it, you got to look like almost every scene where he's not at the North Pole. There's an elf there somewhere, just kind of watching.
In the movie, right?
Yeah, in the movie.
Yeah. I kind of saw something about that. Like it came out like that. Again, there's so much good about it, man. Like the scene at the end where she's like, all right, but don't cross any oceans. Charlie, Santa. There's the one scene where he's like, he goes back to work, right? When he starts changing into Santa and he can't fit into any more of his fucking suits. And
he's in sweats.
And they're ordering lunch and he's like, chocolate shake, and then he's like trying to keep it light.
That's a great scene.
Yeah. I use that like at work, like
because like everybody else is like, oh, I'll just have a salad, dressing on the side, and he like lists all this stuff,
like all, and he's nothing but sweets, right?
Yeah.
There's a scene where the little girl, like he does the whole thing. He lets out some jokes, right? Like he's like, nah, I lived through the 60s. This is nothing. Like, he's been high before or whatever.
Yeah.
But in the beginning, too, like he goes to the Denny's and he sees the other single dads around there. And the guy's like, he's like burnt turkey. And the guy lifts his hands and
they're all wrapped up.
They're wrapped. Oh, that shit was fucking funny. The fuck was that?
What's funny is like you have to try hard to burn a turkey. Like you have to just like leave it in there.
Well, there's so much shit that could go wrong, right? Like I brought mines down, and my wife wants to try this new deal, so I gotta get all these fucking different ingredients and shit. But man, HEB's been crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, we were kind of dreading it. We went yesterday morning, like right when it opened. Ooh. And there was still a lot of people.
That's not bad.
There was still a lot of people.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Are you ready for Thanksgiving?
Sure. I'm ready to watch Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Yeah. I don't know if you heard.
Yeah, Jerry did it, right? Was it Jerry or
Jerry covered it, and he had Claude and Anthony out there with them. And it was good. But Claude said, "Man, he wished that he had Jerry had told him he didn't like Christmas Story, because he would have fucking talked shit to him on his show." You like Planes, Trains, Automobiles?
Yeah, man. That's a good movie. It's a good John Candy movie.
Yeah.
Steve Martin too. I like Steve Martin a lot too.
That's what I learned too. Like I was thinking about it. I like a lot of Steve Martin movies. He made a movie called Parenthood. Mm-hmm. You ever see that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that one. I like both of the Cheaper by the Dozen movies. Like
Father of the Bride.
I mean,
Three Amigos.
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to think of something that he's done that I wouldn't, and I can't think of anything.
One of my favorite movies, The Jerk. Have you seen that?
Yeah, and then speaking of, he's always teaming up with Martin Short, right?
Yeah.
And Martin Short shows up in the Santa Claus 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's I mean, fuck, dude, it's one of the reasons why I like him.
Well, we got our winner, Home Alone. Santa Claus. What am I saying? We got our winner, the Santa Claus. Moving on, the first in our final four of our Christmas Throwdown.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And again, we apologize. We know that there's, a lot of people that have different picks. Wonderful Life. Again, like I said, always gets picked as one of the best Christmas movies ever. But this is ours, right?
Yeah.
We're putting out the movies we like. We
got new classics.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, I would say Wonderful Life is for older generations, but I hope we don't get to a point, but I know we will, where people consider Home Alone, Santa Claus old movies, which they are, but I mean,
we don't want to say it, right?
Yeah.
We don't want to say it. Yeah.
But we got some newer movies in the bracket coming in the other brackets.
For us, we still want to think of 20 years ago as being like in the 80s, and that's not the case.
Yeah. You just think, okay, we're in 2000, so 20 years ago, yeah, that's 1980.
Yeah. No viejo.
Oh, it's so sad when you think about it that way.
Ooh, so what are your plans Thanksgiving?
We're gonna just be here at the house.
Yeah.
Yeah. In-laws are coming over. Last year my mom was visiting family in California, but so we just assumed we'd cook and they'd come over, but my mom said she wants to cook too, so we'll probably do ours and then head over to my mom's afterwards.
Yeah, I think we're gonna we'll have my family over Thanksgiving Day, and then this weekend we'll have her family over on Saturday because everyone's got plans on Thanksgiving, but we're gonna all get together Saturday here at my house. So I gotta kind of clean up my garage and all this shit this week.
For real, I gotta clean up my my little room here.
And
I keep getting more stuff in. It's like I need to get some stuff out.
Dude, what do you think? You want to go into another bracket, or like if we can watch something? I think we should watch something.
We can squeeze something in. What do you want to do?
Like I kind of wanted to do either. We could do. I want to do that new movie, the Christmas Story Christmas.
All right.
I mean, we're probably gonna cry.
Yep. I got a little teary eyed.
Dude, and it was like in the middle, like there's I don't know. It was good, man. It was good.
One thing, what year is the original supposed to be around? It's like the 50s? Early 50s?
Yeah. I think so.
Because they don't have a TV. They just still have radio. So.
Yeah. Maybe early 60s.
I think it's early 50s. Because this one was said, 1973, I think it said. The new one.
Oh, it's set in 73?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Right? At least 20 years.
Yeah. And you said we talked about it a little bit, right? Like you see, like everything, like fucking Black Panther's making all the fucking money.
Yeah.
There's been some people complaining about it, but I mean, I think it was all good to me. Like, there's people that are complaining about Namor and everything like that, like the changing of it and everything.
What they're making him Latino?
Yeah, but I fucking love it. Like,
yeah, I mean, I think it makes for a good origin. You know what I mean?
Dude, like I like that they gave the kind of Aztec thing, right? Because there's a lot of stories that talk about how the Aztecs at one point were like one of the most advanced civilizations out there, and they kind of disappeared, and it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty badass.
They had that Black Panther plant.
Yeah.
It made him sick, but yeah.
But dude, like, so it talks about that and like talk about it giving fucking giving us a fucking a kind of I know he's a bad guy, but a fucking kind of a hero out there. Like this dude's
he's not good or bad. He's just trying to protect his people.
And then fucking people hating on him because he wasn't all fucking cut and shit like that. Like he didn't look like a big time superhero.
He looked like your regular Mexicano.
Hey man, he's Raza. Leave him alone.
But he was strong as hell though.
Dude, I mean, I want that Namor movie now.
A Namor movie, an origin. Well, we kind of already got the origin, right?
Yeah. No, you
just want to see him more. I think he's gonna be in more stuff.
But again, I think he should be a lead.
Okay.
Like I think he should have his own fucking movie.
As long as it's near the water, he's good.
Yeah, they kind of beat him, kind of fucked up.
Yeah, he can't find nobody in the desert.
But dude, I'm glad we can get on, man. Like I know you're going back tonight. I'm good. What's up with the 18th? Y'all need Santas? I thought like I was going to help you, kind of give out, and I could be the elf or whatever.
Yeah, I mean you could do that. So we're in that stupid group, right? That Los Padres.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna cut all this out.
Those are your friends.
So that dude that made it, he's weird. He's a flake. Like he goes all gung ho for a while, and then he's like, I don't hear from him, and then he's like all gung ho again. But anyways, I was like, okay, I'll set this up, and I signed the Los Padres up for 5 Santa groups.
Ooh.
So I was trying to get the people's interest. So I'm one. I got another guy that's going to be one. So I still need 3 more Santas. So yeah, there's that.
Bro. I mean, I don't know if I can be a Santa. No one wants like a 5'2" Santa, bro.
We'll see. I'll see if I get anybody else. Yeah, you can roll with us. You can go with us to help deliver. I usually have my family helping out. My wife drives me and stuff.
Yeah. Nah, dude, let me know. I mean, again, if I need to be on a group where to go hand out, like I'm willing to go do that. Like I could take I can see if I can take my boys with me, and I can go off. But just let me know.
Yeah, I'll let you know before I don't get nobody else.
All right, brother.
All right. Well, we didn't end it. We didn't end it.
No. Let's fucking. So the Santa Claus, how many tacos we giving it?
How are we gonna end this one? Let's see. All right. So we have the Santa Claus, the first movie in our final four for this Christmas Throwdown. We have 3 more brackets to go. This is the East Pole bracket. I don't know which one we're doing next. We'll figure it out. But
and then, first I want to thank everyone for fucking chiming in and giving us their thoughts and everything like that. Like, keep them coming.
Yes, sir.
Because these things, if we had to pick just by ourselves, like, number, forget it. Like,
it's tough.
I don't know if I could.
It's tough. So hopefully, if things go the way they are, we're gonna hit another bracket, or maybe we'll squeeze in a movie in between. How about we do 2 brackets and then maybe we'll squeeze in a movie.
Okay. So let's look into which ones we're gonna put out next, and then we'll send them out.
Yes, sir. Remember to follow us on our Facebook group, Now Watch This Watchers, and all the other social medias where I'm going to try to post some more up there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Again, like always, keep watching.
And keep listening.
Oh, jingle bells, Batman smells, Robin lays an egg. The Batmobile broke its wheel, the Joker got a...
5:30, jazzercise. 6:30, dinner with me. I can't cancel that again. 7 o'clock, wrestle with my self-loathing. I'm booked.
There's no singing in the North Pole.
Yes, there is.
No, it's not.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
You look like a deranged Easter bunny.
But I don't believe it.
You're missing the point.
What is the point?
Seeing isn't believing. Believing is seeing.
Nobody's leaving. Nobody's walking out on this fun old-fashioned family Christmas. No, we're all in this together.
It's Christmas Eve. It's the one night of the year when we all act a little nicer. We smile a little easier. We share a little more. For a couple of hours out of the whole year, we are the people that we always hoped we would be.
God bless us, everyone.
Do you really think you have a chance against us, Mr. Cowboy?
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
What up?
¿Qué pasó? What's up? You look a little fuzzy there.
Do I?
Yeah. You put a filter on your camera? Put some Vaseline on the lens so you look younger?
Cool.
Yeah. How was your birthday and everything?
That's all right, man. Just another day, you know?
Yeah. I saw you went out to eat and stuff, you know?
To El Bucanero. You ever been there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good, but expensive.
I know. We used to have one on the southeast side, and then it got too fancy and expensive, and I had to move to your side of town. So, have you watched anything new recently?
Well, I watched The Christmas Story. It was pretty good.
Yeah?
It was sad.
Dude, for real, right?
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. I like Christmas Story, but it was a little corny at times, but I guess they were just trying to get the same feel of the original.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it was good.
Did you see last night on the Facebook page, Jerry came under a lot of fire because he said that he liked part 2. Well, he liked this new one.
And he says he's got no nostalgia for the original?
Yeah. And he didn't necessarily come out and say he didn't like part 1, but he liked this one better. And he said, it had heart that part 1 did it. And dude, like fucking, people took some offense to it, I guess.
Someone from the Christmas guy himself.
But that's the thing too. Like on Tis the Podcast, they don't. Not all three of them like the original as well.
Wow, that's weird to me. I thought everybody likes that movie.
Oh, I love it, man.
Is it because it gets played out like every year? You know what I mean?
I don't know, but I know, like I said, for me, my wife's been trying to get me to break it, but I don't like to watch it until Christmas Eve, and then Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, unless like there's a sporting event on, that movie's on the TV, like the whole day. The TV will stay on in the living room playing that movie the whole fucking day.
But didn't they stop doing the 24 hours? Or are they still doing it? Remember, it was always like TBS. It'd be on like 24 hours, nonstop.
No, they still put it on. I think they started doing it where they had it on both channels, on TBS and TNT. And I think, other channels, I've seen them run It's a Wonderful Life 24/7, but I haven't seen that one in a while. And I've seen they run Elf like 24 hours as well.
Yeah, I heard they're going to do Elf and is it a Santa Claus? They're going to do another movie, 24 hours.
See, I don't think I don't know. I guess it'd have to be like Freeform or something. But now with like the Santa Clauses, and especially with this new thing that came out, you could probably run all three movies, right? Back to back to back.
Probably could.
Yeah. Kind of with the way AMC does for Halloween.
Trying to think.
Oh, look. I got some sound effects for our show.
Jingle bells. We'll get into it, but I didn't know there was a Christmas Story 2.
Yeah.
Totally different cast?
I think so, yeah. Because, the original story comes from, just this little story. And it came from, a whole book where he had a bunch of stories in there. So, there was some other stuff to it. But I kind of like the way they did this new one where it ends where A Christmas Story begins. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's almost fucking Rogue One leading into fucking Star Wars, bro.
And then I don't know if you remember that one, had Macaulay Culkin's brother. It was like, it wasn't A Christmas Story, but it was like, it felt the same. I don't know if it was.
Yeah. There was like another
My Summer Story.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, 'cause part 2 came out in 2012, and that was like supposed to be a continuation from the first movie, and he's like a teenager now.
I'm getting older, man. My back hurts.
I'm gonna have to start podcasting laying down.
Put the monitor on the ceiling.
I'm your little feet dangling in the background. 'Cause
I'm ready if you are, man.
I'm ready.
Let's jump into it.
Yeah, I'm ready for some fucking turkey too.
Oh man. Okay.